dipstick. Yeah.
It's a never fail level indicator.
There's a little bit in there.
Okay, we better add some more.
Stop filming there for a moment. Just be getting a funnel and fuel.
Just by the door, I think, is it?
So how much fuel do you usually put in?
Well, I'm putting in about 10 litres. There's already a couple of litres in there, so that should be...
We may use more by evaporation
Yep.
than we do by explosion. That's a big word for Friday.
That is. I imagine a tank's probably carry 30-40 litres.
Yes, I think it will
You're
be.
going on a long trip, but I don't imagine you'll do that. Should be plenty anyway.
The little nipple in the corner there, Dave, is a breather, so that when the petrol goes out, the air will replace it and not cause it to starve, feeding the engine. The red wire is the connection for the positive side and the black wire for the return side, and that powers the coil so that it's got a good amount of spark for our crank starts.
Cool.
The switch on the back of here, as well as the one on the instrument board. I'll put these under the back seat so they don't go away.
Have you checked water, Dave?
No, haven't checked water. Is that a visual?
Yeah, just a visual check, and we'll need some water. For the cover the top of the
Elements in there?
yeah, we don't need that. It's not a pressurised system. Thirsty.
And that's just standard water out of the tap?
Just yeah, try and use. I just use water. This is the water out of the rainwater tank, but
Yep.
I don't think it's might need a bit more actually. Water level is about an inch above the core. That's probably enough. So
Yes.
that'll expand as the motor warms up. There's no flow. Right, so let it out when it expands too much. Okay, so engine checks. So we check that the new lever is in neutral. You can see there. Reverse, first, second, third, fourth. So that's in the neutral position. Handbrake is back, so it's on. Okay. We need to check some switches and turn the petrol on. So this is the petrol tap here. So you need to turn that on. We're working at 2 turns. 1, 2, and then that should start to just tickling the carburetor there to prime it. That should become firm, so it's difficult to push that down once the carburetor bowl's full. Once a bit more. And you just feel that the level is starting to come up. We've got the choke knob at the back here, which is just this choke knob
That's
here.
Let me just come
not
around.
on that carburetor. That was a
Oh,
previous.
that's not the
There, we took the carburetor off the spark side so that it was a chance.
The choke knob.
Isn't that choke? That's not going there?
Happens and we'll pull it out.
Yeah, it's pulling it.
Sorry, it is connected to this.
So the choke out, just like on a more modern car. You filming that? Yep. See, the top switch is off, which is this one, it's off. Black face, white knob up. Okay. So we turn the, crank the car 3 times now, which will suck fuel into the combustion chambers. That's the theory.
And the spark control around here needs to be in start position and not run position. And this is it here, Dave. Forward is for starting. After it's started, you can move the spark control to the running position, but it needs to be in the starting position so it doesn't kick back and hurt your arm. So that's important, and we should have that written on there, that the spark control should be in the start position.
Yeah, well for this, so I'm just going to crank the car 3 times. The car shouldn't start because the ignition switch is off. This is just to suck fuel into the combustion chamber.
Can you just explain the correct technique on holding the crank, please?
Look, ideally, you wouldn't put your thumb like that. You would try and hold it like that if possible, just so that if it does backfire, it'll slip out of your hand easier. But really, to crank this old girl, you do have to give it a bit of a swing, and it's a bit hard to avoid. But,
Yep.
You know.
So is there any correct way to have the left over the right or the right over the left with the way the swing kicks back?
Yeah, ideally, you just be able to hold it like that, and just sharp pull up.
That's my system. Yes.
Yeah, that
Just
would be the best.
half a pull. Once you've wound it over and got the fuel in, then switch on the switches and ideally you'd only want to just pull it up.
Some people say to be safe, you use the left hand. That's another safety. That's probably even safer.
Yep.
Because what will happen if the car kicks back, that crank handle will throw your hand out and it'll spin around like this.
Yep.
So if you
That's a good point.
That's
that, it spins around this way, what happens, it spins around and whacks because your hand's still down in this position,
Yep.
and it breaks the wrist or damages it. So if you can, if you're strong enough, the left hand turn is good.
I'm left-handed, so
Or you,
it's good for me.
but what I'm going to do now is just crank it, because it won't start.
Yep.
What you should never do is push down like this.
Yep.
Really, you know. Once you get it spinning maybe, but don't initially push down.
Yep.
That also just checks everything's free.
Sound like it's sucking fuel?
You can hear it sucking. So that sounds alright. Okay, so the next step now is to turn the switches on and then see if she'll start.
Yes.
So the switches are,
The one on the battery
one on the
box
battery needs to be forward, which it already is,
goes forward for on,
and this one needs to be down.
down for on.
That switches the coil on.
Yes.
Okay, and it should be, in theory, it should be right to start. So I might try that. That's not working. So the car has to be spinning reasonably quickly to get the spark. Doesn't it? Well, then, but not the coil should be so bad, should it?
Is it on the coil?
Yeah. So no, that's not so cool. But the engine does need to be turning to.
You think I left the choke on too long?
I don't know. Give it another go.
So you're actually pushing the choke in once the engine starts.
I pushed the choke in then, and I may have been a bit too long in leaving it out.
The only
Right.
thing we do need to do is adjust this.
And what does that do?
Allows you a faster idle speed.
Okay.
Once the car's warm, you then reset it. Is that on the? That's on the right one for fast idle.
Is it on fast idle at the moment? Okay.
I don't know. So
I'll control it on the accelerator till it warms up.
Yeah.
and then we can adjust
Just
it.
fiddle with that. Alright, we'll give it another swing.
See if you can get it to fire up again.
Okay, now you are adjusting the choke then.
Okay, so the car's started, but the engine's still a little bit cold. So I'm just trying to get the engine warm by just adjusting the choke in a little bit, out a little bit, just to try and get it to run by itself, which means I don't have to keep my foot on the accelerator pedal. That's what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm just doing it by listening to the motor. I've got my foot off there now, and it's about to die. I'll catch it again. Take it out a little bit.
Three positions for that to move that